I'm Steve Monkey Mason and I'm feeling a bit claustrophobic here. This is Alternative 2. Alternative 2. Can you see that nice font there with the big number 2 there? Yes, this is Alternative 2. Now a short story about what Alternative is. When I filmed my countdown for the top 20 movies of the 1980s, it was the first thing I filmed since my car crash. Now I'm still not allowed to talk about it, I'm still not allowed to show any pictures, and it's been 6 months. Brilliant. But when I decided I was going to try and do a bigger production after the crash, I was thinking about doing the fucking top 20 movies of the 1980s. I couldn't narrow it down to 10, had to be 20. Now Casper was interfering, going Chuck Norris this, Chuck Norris that. I was like, Casper, shut the fuck up. Paul Ray was this complete cheese fest. Ghostbusters, Ghostbusters. And then Gordon was just like, yeah, when Harry Met Sally was Gordon's #1 film in the 80s. I was just like, great, Gordon, you're telling me not to put this in and something else in. They just interfered in my top 20 countdown. And then the day after filming it, I got lists of all 3 of them telling me about their top films. So of all the fuck-ups and outtakes I made Alternative, where I opened these lists, I had no idea what I was about to read out on camera, and every countdown number came with an outtake, and I made myself look like a tit. Now, it took a long time to get around doing the 90s films one, because there was that many 90s films to choose from. It was harder to do than the 80s, and the video was twice as long as the 80s video. And basically, this was my list anyway for the 90s. My top 20 movies of the 1990s was The Mask, double entry with Goodfellas, Casino. By the way, you should really watch the countdown before you watch this video on its own. Number 17 was Boys in the Hood, sorry, that was number 18, was Boys in the Hood, Friday. Then it was Fifth Element, True Romance, Blade, Cuffs, with double entry with Pulp Fiction, both Christian Slater films, Total Recall, 12 Monkeys, Die Hard 3, Gremlins 2, Crow / Dark City, Airheads, 7 at 7, High Fidelity, Bad Boys, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the movie, Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. Number 2 was Tremors, and number 1 was Jurassic Park. And my honourable mentions, which were 5 ones which just missed the list, were Office Space, Speed, Darkman, which I got wrong, it was actually Groundhog's Day, Biodome, Prey of the Roller Boys, and I mentioned It. Right, that was my list, right? So, in Alternative 1, out of 4 of us, nobody had 1 film in all the countdowns. The closest one was Die Hard with 3 out of 4. Now this time, it's going to be a little bit different. Right, I have no idea what is in these. So, I have Casper, I have Gordon, I have Paul Ray, and I have Sluggy. You know this guy I keep talking about who comes here and then gets freaked out and goes home, who hasn't seen the fucking Goonies. Have you watched the Goonies yet? You're borrowed?
No, not why?
Because Sluggy still hasn't seen it.
You've
never seen the Goonies?
My lass has never seen the Goonies.
Hang on, there's a lass at work that's never seen E.T. That's worse, come on.
It's not really.
Well, it
No,
is.
Goonies is a fall.
Mate, but that's the one. How can you not see E.T.? Because it's fucking on ITV, fucking every fucking day.
Just refuse to watch that.
And if you watch Coronation Street, E.T.'s also in that. Gail Platt.
How much did you fucking look like him?
We also have Big Dave. Now, Big Dave's never appeared in any of my videos until this moment right now. About a year ago, it was that long ago, I've had that much to do, I haven't even got around to doing anything with the footage. We went all out for a burger challenge. It was me, Chris Hunter, Casper, who ate a fucking child's meal, Scott, and Big Dave. And basically, we ordered this burger. Now, cut with this burger, it is fucking massive.
Dave, you haven't got one?
I'm waiting. So me and Chris Hunter finished that burger, right? Scott came in, Scott didn't finish his, Casper finished his child meal and got his toy or whatever. Big Dave, look at what Big Dave ordered.
Bloody hell.
There you are. Enjoy.
Cheers, we think. My God, that's impressive, that man. Oh, I'm very good with your food. That's amazing.
So sticky.
And not only did he fucking finish it, You ordered a Sunday dessert.
I'm just in a bit of a shock. What have you two just done? Ordered dessert.
Get in.
Now Chris Hunter walked straight outside after that and puked everywhere.
Did you just throw up in the bush? Oh, dude.
Tell you, man, them fit rolls were fucking heavy.
Now Big Dave works side by side with Casper, so they have been conferring about their list, so God knows what's going to be in this. And last but not least, I'd like to make a special celebration because he's returned. Yes, Mr. Jack. Mr. Jack's first appearance in Better FA for over 5 years. He has a list inside here.
It's above you now.
Why? What is it?
I don't know what it is.
He had daddy long legs.
Right, enough of the thing and thing and thing.
No, it's in there.
David, because I'm probably scared of them.
Now the thing with these lists, a lot of people took time out to write them. There was a couple of errors. I had to get Ant from next door. Thank you, Ant!
What the fuck's that noise?
To write out Casper's list, because Casper fucking texted me it. See, Casper, you meant to fucking write it. I can't know what it is. And then Paul Ray wrote out Jack's, and Paul Ray went, Jack's only got 15. I was like, what do you mean Jack's only got 15? Message Jack, you've only got 15. Jack's like, how the fuck? Check it. I can't fucking check it. So I give it to someone else at work. Check it. How many is there? 25. This is after Paul Ray's fucked off. And I'm like, Paul Ray. So I had to get me grandma, bless her, to write it out. So my grandma's just like, what do you mean? Why is number 1? Hey brother, what are you doing tonight? No grandma, that's the other message. So my grandma, bless her soul, wrote it out. So I've got a little bit of a peek what is in that list, but yeah. Next time guys, when I do, because I am going to make this a trilogy, the top, the top 20 movies of the 2000s. Yes, that will be the final one until 5 years later, till I do a top 20 movies of the 2010s. Right, let's open these lists very quickly before I start reading them out. So Mr. Jack is first. As I say, Mr. Jack, that's my grandma's list she did for him. That is Paul Ray's list. He fucked up. We'll leave that one. So, we've got Mr. Jack. Big Dave's is in an envelope. An envelope inside an envelope. We're going there. We're getting there. We're getting there. Big Dave. Oh, fucking hell. Big Dave's got 30. Mr. Sluggy. This will be a proper, I'm telling you now, Sluggy's will be a proper cheese fest. It'll be the Walt Disney collection. That'll be Sluggy's top 20. Here we got next, Casper. Shit is going everywhere. Casper's list. Paul Ray, here we go, Paul Ray. Last time it was on a Star Wars postal note. Is he going to disappoint? He's folded into a fucking Rubik's Cube trick. Wow, Paul Ray didn't double siders this time. I mean, last time Paul Ray sent him 40. It was Paul Ray's top 40 countdown. Last but not least, here's Gordon's list. Right. Let's cut to me introducing the numbers and a different alternative. So let's get to number 20. So rather than me standing right where I am now, just after I filmed alternative 2, going 20, 19, yada yada yada, number 1. Fuck that. Remember when I said I was doing a music video for In Evil Hour? Remember when they interrupted my top 20 countdown of the 1990s? And it's the 90s. Fucking hell, who's just texted me there? Well, guess what? They're going to return the favour by co-hosting. Enjoy. So this is number 20. Right, here we go. In at number 20. First up is Gordon with Love and Basketball. Really? I know what that is, but I've never seen it. In at number 20 for Big Dave, it's Mars Attacks. Tim Burton. Pretty weird film, that Mars Attacks. Like, big cast. Mental trailer. Yeah, Tim Burton paying homage to Ed Wood there, I think. Paul Ray, here we go, at number 20. Fucking hell, it's Star Wars Phantom Menace. Paul Ray's number 1 of the 80s film was Star Wars Strikes Back, so it looks like Star Wars went down Paul Ray's world. In at number 20 for Mr. Jack is fucking Toy Story. Wow. Jack loves Toy Story. For Sluggy, it's Point Break. Very impressive Sluggy, actually. For Casper, Unforgiven. Yeah, so, I mean, so far I didn't have Point Break in my top 20, I didn't have Unforgiven, I didn't have Love and Basketball, I didn't have Star Wars Phantom Menace, I didn't have Mars Attacks, I didn't have Toy Story, so we're off to a complete alternative start.
19.
Right, in at number 19 for Gone is Jackie Brown. I didn't have any Quentin Tarantino in my top films except for True Romance, he wrote that. In at number 19 for Big Dave is Demolition Man, nice one Big Dave. In at number 19 for Paul Ray is Armageddon. In at number 19 for Mr. Jack is Silence of the Lambs. Bit of a change from Toy Story to Silence of the Lambs, Jack, but you know. I didn't have Silence of the Lambs in my list, I didn't even mention that. In at number 19 for Sluggy, it's Interview with a Vampire. Really Sluggy. Queen of the Damned was so much better, and I'm not joking there. Soundtrack was amazing. In at number 19 for Casper, it's fucking Stargate. Here we go, Casper and his action films. Fucking Stargate.
18.
In at number 18 for Gordon is a Scribble. Yes. So, the Scribble is not number 18, so in at number 18 for Gordon is Rounders. I'm guessing that's a Matt Damon film with Edward Norton, I think, isn't that right? Not seen it, not a big Matt Damon fan, really not a big fan of Edward Norton either, but you know, going each to their own. At number 18 for Big Dave, it's Fight Club. Number 18 for Paul Ray is Boogie Nights. Paul Ray likes giant penises of Mark Wahlberg. Paul. I never knew that about you. In at number 18 for Mr. Jack is Boondock Saints. Yeah, Jack, I haven't seen that for a long time now. There is a sequel now, but that was one of them films that came along, was so independent and is such a cult hit. But you can't walk in the shop and buy it, it's discontinued. In at number 18 for Sluggy is Pulp Fiction. I didn't mention Pulp Fiction in mine, but it wasn't in my top 20. And in at number 18 for Casper is From Dusk Till Dawn. I totally forgot about that, so next one, Casper.
17.
In at number 17 for Gone is Higher Learning. Now, I did mention Higher Learning alongside Friday and Boys in the Hood. Brilliant film, brilliant film. In at number 17 for Big Dave is Reservoir Dogs. So Quentin Tarantino's getting across here a bit. We haven't had a one on everyone's list yet, but in at number 17 for Gordon, it's not Gordon. In at number 17 for Paul Ray is From Dusk Till Dawn. So yeah, From Dusk Till Dawn was quite popular. In at number 17 for Mr. Jack is Braveheart. Really? Braveheart. I give the film credit, but Mel Gibson, I mean, like, it was Best Picture, Best Director, All-Star, like, performance by him, and then, guess what now? He's running around with a beaver on his hand, or he's taking a paycheck for Machete 2 and Expendables 3. I didn't mind Expendables 3, but it definitely should have been turned up a notch. What even number was that? I've just completely gone off on a rant. 17 was Braveheart. In at number 17 for Sluggy is Mortal Kombat. Combat spelt with a K, not a C. And last but not least for Casper, in at number 17 is GoldenEye. James Bond makes his first appearance. GoldenEye was a good film, but the game was so much better. Fucking GoldenEye. And then they went to do the remake with Daniel Craig and everyone was like, oh, this will be mint, and it was totally shit. The only thing I think I remember was very similar was a bit where you shoot the guy in the air vent at the start. Right.
16.
In at number 16 for Gordon was Menace to Society. Brilliant film. Another film that's discontinued. You can't buy Really, really good film. Definitely a rival to Boys in the Hood. Definitely. In at number 16 for Big Dave is Super Mario Brothers. I tell you what, Big Dave, you can have my Paul Ray piracy copy. That is in the top 20. Big Dave, that is now yours. In at number 16 for Paul Ray is a double entry of Home Alone 1 and 2. Home Alone was definitely a classic for the film for the 80s, 90s, sorry, and obviously Good Son followed. If you haven't seen Good Son, check that out. Definitely. In at number 16 for Mr. Jack is Reservoir Dogs. So that's Reservoir Dogs on free list so far, but it wasn't on mine, so that is not going. It's going to be close, but that will not be there. In at number 16 for Sluggy is The Mask. Here we go. First sign of Jim fucking Carrey here. Mask was in my top 20, but for the comic books really. And in at number 16 for Casper was Heath. Yes, Robert De Niro and Al Pacino in one film. So, let's get down to number 15.
This is number 15.
In at number 15 for Gordon is Casino. Nice one, Gordon. I did cheat with Casino and Goodfellas as a double entry in my top 20, but it was the only way to give both them films justice. I know they're very different, but they're very similar in ways, which I do explain about. So nice one, Gordon. Casino. In at number 15 for Big Dave is Fifth Element, which was in my top 20. Paul Ray's list has run away. In at number 15 for Paul Ray is 7. 7 was my 7. Come on, Paul Ray. And Paul Ray's just disappeared there. In at number 15. For Mr. Jack is The Usual Suspects. I just missed out on my top 20. I love that film. I think Stephen Baldwin was brilliant in that film, but unfortunately I don't know what happened to him after that. Shocking, Venice. And for Sluggy, in at number 15, Jumanji. Yes, definitely a really good film. I went to see that in the pictures, I remember that, but I didn't even mention that in my countdown. See, there was that many films in the 90s, that's why I got these lists. This is why there's so many videos around us. In number 15 for Casper, The Matrix. Matrix was a massive thing of the 90s. It didn't even get mentioned in my top 20 or honourable mentions. It was flung across the room at the start. Oh, who the fuck's that? Right, so in number 15, someone just text messaged me. Who is this? It's Mr. Jack. Mr. Jack has just sent me a message. And I was thinking about, I was just waiting there, do I mention Jack there? Do I show you what Mr. Jack's just sent us? Do I do it really? Yeah. Look how Ginger Jack's looking. You're definitely Ginger Jack. I'm not gonna overlay or anything, but yeah, that's Jack. Go back there. So that was number 15.
Number 14.
In at number 14 for Gordon is Don't Be a Menace to South Central While Drinking Juice in the Hood. An absolutely hilarious parody of Menace to Society and Boys in the Hood. In at number 14 for Big Dave is Gremlins 2, The New Batch. Nice one, Dave. In at number 14 for Paul Ray, Starship Troopers. In at number 14 for Mr. Jack is Mallrats. In at number 14 for Sluggy is Batman Forever. Sluggy, watch the Goonies, your life will change. And in at number 14 for Casper is Terminator 2. Fucking hell, I didn't even have Terminator 2 in it. I've got Terminator 2 somewhere. I've seen it recently as well. I'm not gonna... Yeah, I didn't even mention Terminator. Terminator 2 was definitely a groundbreaking film for the 90s, definitely. But no, it didn't. It wasn't one of my favourites, unfortunately.
13.
That's unlucky, number 13.
In at number 13 for Gordon is Richie Rich. Totally forgot about Richie Rich. In at number 13 for Big Dave is The Crow. Is Big Dave copying my countdown list? I think he might be. In at number 13 for Paul Ray, Con Air. Totally forgot about Con Air as well. Con Air, The Rock, Armageddon, Jeremy Bruckheimer. And to me, it was Bad Boys. That was the one for the 90s. That was a tremendous film. In at number 13 for Mr. Jack is Fight Club. No, it's not. Fight Club's number 12. Fuck up. In at number 13 for Mr. Jack is Saving Private Ryan. Spielberg was busy in the 90s. In at number 13 for Mr. Sluggy is The Titanic. Point Break, Interview with the Vampire, Pulp Fiction, Mortal Kombat, The Master Jumanji, Batman Forever, Titanic. Watch The Goonies. I'm actually going to write it on this list. Watch The Goonies. I'm going to give him this list back. That's Sluggy's signed memorabilia from this video. Anyway, and Casper's number 13, The Rock.
12.
In at number 12 for Gordon is... I just knew that would be next list. Honestly, right, I ain't going to take the piss out of him for this one because it's a fucking awesome film. You've Got Mail, Tom Hanks, Meg Ryan. It's a fucking brilliant film. I said it. Well, I didn't mention it, but no. Alright, Gordon, I'll let you with that one. Still, When Harry Met Sally, though. Big Dave, number 12, American Beauty. At number 12 for Paul Ray, it's Forrest Gump. Really? At number 12 for Mr. Jack, we already know this one, it's Fight Club. At number 12 for Sluggy, it's Scream. Number 12 for Casper, he's back on his action, it's Broken Arrow. Christian Slater, John Travolta, John Woo film, really good, really good. Lots of flying birds and lots of slow motion.
This is number 11.
In at number 11 for Gordon is 54. Mike Myers playing a creepy owner of a true life story of a nightclub in New York. Which, test the fountain of knowledge here. Test the fountain of knowledge. Paul Heyman from ECW used to work there back in the day. Is that a cat or is that ant? Anyway, in at number 11 for Big Dave, it's Hard Boiled. John Woo, Chow Yun Fat. Good film and an amazing game, Stranglehold. Like the only film I think ever. No, it's saying that. No, the thing does it as well. Stranglehold is a direct sequel to Hard Boiled, but it's a video game, and it's hard as fuck on hard to try and get that achievement. In at number 11 for Paul Ray is Face Off. Nicolas Cage definitely broke into his, like Nicolas Cage in the 80s and early 90s was just doing all these weird Nicolas Cage shave your head. He was going really bolder than I was anyway. And then he suddenly became this action star for Michael Bay. You know, Con Air, Face Off, and then he does all his independent stuff and that. Anyway, at number 11 for Mr. Jack is 7. So 7 could be a possibility here. 7 could be in everyone's top lists. At number 11 for Sluggy is Blade. Nice one, Sluggy. Didn't think I would have said that. And for Casper, in at number 11, it's Universal Soldier. I've lost my way. I don't know what my sequels do. I don't know what the storyline is. Universal Soldier. Yes. That's an inner joke to my top 20 countdown when I try to work out what the fuck's going on with Universal Soldier. Anyway, we're down to the number 10. Milo, don't even think about casting a shadow. This is number 10! In at number 10 for Gordon is Lethal Weapon 3. Yeah, iconic, definitely. I love the thing about Lethal Weapon 3. It's a genius cameo in Demolition Man when it's in Sandra Bullock's office in the background. Even though the film had not long just come out. It was just perfect. Looking back at that now, it's like a perfect fucking prop. Yeah, that's definitely a brilliant cameo that. In at number 10 for Big Dave is The Matrix. Paul Ray's list nearly went away again. In at number 10 for Paul Ray is Tremors. Paul Ray, Tremors at number 10. In at number 10 for in at number 10 for Mrs. Doubtfire is Mr. Jack. No, what I meant to say was in at number 10 for Mr. Jack is Mrs. Doubtfire. In at number 10 for Sluggy is Goldeneye. So yeah, and in at number 10 for Casper is Saving Private Ryan. So yeah, there's not a contender yet. No, so the only contender yet so far is 7. I'll shut up and get on to the next number. 9! Right, in at number 9 is Me, Myself and Irene. That is a brilliant film. Definitely one of Jim Carrey's more slapstick style comedy films. Yeah, good choice, Gordon. In at number 9 for Big Dave, Leon. Nice one, Dave. Totally forgot about Leon, to be honest with you. Leon's called a professional, I think, in every other country except for England. Might be halfway right there, but yeah. Anyway, in at number 9 for Paul Ray, Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. Nice one, Paul. In at number 9 for Mr. Jack is Jurassic Park. Really? And he spelled Jurassic Park Jarassic. No, that's not right, even for someone with dyslexia. That's not right. How do you spell Jurassic Park? J-U-R-S... Dyslexia, sorry. J-U-R-A-S-S-I-C. Jurassic. Get your grammar right, Jack. Sorry, mate. In at number 9 for Sluggy is Men in Black. Sluggy's list is not too bad, to be honest with you. I mean, I think he was born in the late 80s, Mr. Sluggy, but I think if he'd seen the Goonies, life would have changed him a bit. In at number 9 for Casper, though, Hard Boiled. So yeah, Hard Boiled definitely reached a big audience for being a foreign language film in the 90s. They were really rare to come across. Unless you got porn. Right, okay, let's get number 8.
Number 8.
In number 8 for Gordon is Dogma. I don't know how Kevin Smith got away with that film being a 15, let alone released. I mean, I was a bit edgy when I did my Holy Bible video down here. See my Holy Bible down here? Click in the description down below to watch my Holy Bible video, and I was a bit cautious about putting that online. Never mind getting fucking around the set more set to be God. That was a brilliant casting choice, by the way. So yeah, that was Gordon's. In at number 8 for Big Dave is Green Mile. Green Mile director, sorry I don't know your name off the top of my head. He did Green Mile, he did Shawshank Redemption, he's well on do like Walking Dead. His best film, The Mist. If you haven't seen it, watch it. In at number 8 for Paul Ray, Demolition Man. Demolition Man could be a contender, but I only briefly mention it because I got that stupid jingle stuck in my head while I was filming mine. Whew, see, like, I'm going on an absolute mission here. At number 8 for Mr. Jack is Shawshank Redemption. Yeah, you know that film he just directed, yeah. Green Mile, yeah, Shawshank Redemption. Yeah, that's in at number 8 for Mr. Jack. In at number 8 for fucking sake. There's only one person I know who will agree for Sluggy for this being in a top fucking 20 countdown. This isn't his cheese list, and that person is Michael Galley. In at number 8 for fucking Sluggy is Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the movie.
I just asked Gally, would Mighty Morphin Power Rangers be in his top 20? Now, Michael Gally used to live with me in this very room right now, and one of the only fucking DVDs I seen Gally have while he was here was Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the movie. So I think Gally would have it in the top 20. That's what I said in the footage. If I get a message back off him, I just message him and he says yes or no, so that's going to be interrupting alternative to do this kind of shit while I'm in him. I've just got a reply from Gally. Fuck off! Got another message now from In Evil Hour. Right, I asked Gally, would Mighty Morphin Power Rangers be in... Fuck off, man! Would Mighty Morphin Power Rangers be in Gally's top 20, right? And Gally has replied... My phone's fell over now after all that. Yes! Yeah, sure, but there are so many others to include. But Michael Galley would have Mighty Morphin Power Rangers in his top 20. Right, I'm going to get back to this countdown.
Really? In at number 8 for Casper is Waterworld. No, Casper. Waterworld is an honourable mention, if not. The director quit. I mean, Waterworld, in theory, looked amazing. Kevin Costner... I want to say Ryan Reynolds, but it's not. It's Summit Reynolds. Maybe Kevin Reynolds, I'm not sure. Director of Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, it was their next collaboration. The director quit and left, and Kevin Costner made Kevin Costner's Waterworld. So yeah, anyway. Yeah, Casper. Right, we're down to 7.
Number 7, 7-7.
7-7. Do you get that joke? Is it making any sense to you? In at number 7. In at number 777 for Gordon, it's Wayne's World. Party time, excellent. I totally forgot about Wayne's World. I went to see that in the pictures, believe it or not. In at number 7 for Big Dave is The Frighteners. Nice one, Dave. In at number 7 for Paul Ray is Independence Day. Do you ever think that the director of like Independence Day, fucking Godzilla, Stargate, 28 Days Later, not 28 Days Later, 2012, Day After Tomorrow, do you not think he's a bit of a terrorist? You think he's just blowing the shit out of the world in CGI? Anyway, get off that rant for a bit. In at number 7 for Mr. Jack is Pulp Fiction. And in at number 7 for Sluggy is Space Jam. Yes, the kid in Sluggy is growing here. And last for Casper, at number 7, it's Men at Work. Did have an honourable mention on that.
6.
In at number 6 for Gordon is Face Off. In at number 6 for Big Dave is Batman Returns. Tim Burton's very creepy take on Batman. In at number 6 for Paul Ray is Terminator 2. In at number 6 for Mr. Jack is Casino. Casino is a contender now. In at number 6 for Sluggy is Jurassic Park. Now, there's another contender. In at number 6 for Casper. Fucking typical Casper. Can't have a countdown without Jean-Claude Van Damme. AWOL. The story of Jean-Claude Van Damme's life. Where's Van Damme at? No idea. Let's recast him. I shouldn't have said that. Right. Let's get down to number 5 before I get myself into more trouble.
Coming to you live, this is number 5.
In at number 5 for Gordon is Boys in the Hood. Awesome film, Gordon. Awesome film. In at number 5 for Big Dave, Ghost in the Shell. Anime title. Nice one, Dave. I haven't seen it. It's had a lot of sequels, spin-offs and parodies. But definitely, I mean, in the 90s as well, anime just blew up. I remember getting like, when you used to rent videos and anime would have like epic 5-minute trailers and it used to be like cartoons, but then all you would hear was like fucking hell and like heads getting cut off. So anime was definitely on the rise in the 90s. And number 5 for Paul Ray, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. There's another contender. In at number 5 for Mr. Jack, Good Will Hunting. Really? In at number 5 from Sluggy is From Dusk Till Dawn. And in at number 5 for Casper, nice one Casper, that's very high up on your list though, Prayer of the Roller Boys. Nice one.
This is number 4.
Right, we're down to the top 4 contenders so far, I think, are 7, Jurassic Park. I think they're the only top contenders, and Casino maybes. In at number 2, in at number 4 for Gordon is Home Alone 2. In at number 4 alright, sorry Big Dave, I really took the piss out of there. In at number 4 for Big Dave is Street Fighter 2, the animated movie. That is fucking awesome. Like, Street Fighter 2, the video game, makes no sense for the characters, you get the small script. If you watch the animated, not only is the animation amazing, the film's really good as well, so nice one Dave. In at number 4 for Paul's Tombstone. That was a really good film. Val Kilmer is not good in many films, especially this day and age, but he was definitely underestimated for that film. But if he didn't make Batman Forever, his career might have took a different turn. In at number 4 for Mr. Jack is Goodfellas. Nice one, mate. Goodfellas, a contender. In at number 4 for Sluggy is Starship Troopers. In at number 4 for Casper is Die Hard with a Vengeance. So we're down to the top 3.
This is number 3.
In at number 3 for Gordon is Toy Story 2. Wow, bit shocked on that one. In at number 3 for fucking Big Dave is Toy Story 1. Nice one, Paul Ray. In at number 3 for Paul Ray is a New Zealand homegrown film, Brain Dead, aka Dead Alive. Brain Dead. When I grew up in New Zealand when I was a kid, everyone was like Peter Jackson. This is well before Lord of the Rings. And it was when Frighteners was coming out, everyone was like, Peter Jackson's new film's coming out. Bad Taste, Brain Dead, and Meet the Feebles. I seen them when I lived in New Zealand and I was like, fucking hell. Like, Brain Dead is absolutely hilarious gore fest, so if you haven't seen that or even know what that is, check it out. It's not available on DVD in the UK, so Definitely get a New Zealand. And at number 3 for Mr. Jack is Schindler's List. Wow. And at number 3 for Sluggy, it is Terminator, what looks like 9, but it's Terminator 2. And at number 3 for Casper is Jurassic Park, and it is a contender.
2.
And at number 2 for Gordon is The Wedding Singer. Adam Sandler definitely had some breakout films. Wedding Singer definitely cemented him as a main event attraction. There you go, I didn't say main event superstar again. But for me, the 90s for Adam Sandler was all about the airheads. And at number 2 for Big Dave is Jurassic Park. We're on to something here. And at number 2 for Paul Ray is Jurassic Park. And I think that's it. Hang on. Paul Ray, number 2 Jurassic Park. Mr. Jack, number 9 Jurassic Park. Number 6 for Sluggy Jurassic Park. Number 3 for Casper Jurassic Park. Oh, Gordon, you bellend! Big Dave's number 2 is Jurassic Park. If it wasn't for Gordon, we would have had one. I'm spoiling Gordon's honourable mentions here. He hasn't even put it in there. Gordon, you've let us down. Jurassic Park, 6 out of 7. Oh, man. I don't even know what... Oh. Totally gutted. Big Dave's number 2 was Jurassic Park. Paul Ray's was Jurassic Park number 2. Gordon's was Wedding Singer. Casper's was Under Siege. Sluggy's is Dumb and Dumber. And 2 for Mr. Jack is Point Break. Now, I don't think there is one film I'll come across the rest of the list. It could have been there, but Gordon's let the team down. So let's find out what everyone's number 1 is. This is number 1. 1. 1.
1.
1.
1.
1.
1.
It's number 1. 1.
1. 1.
1.
1.
This is number 1. Mr. Jack's number 1 is Terminator 2. Sluggy's number 1, Last Action Hero. Casper's number 1, Tremors. Can you believe that? Casper's number 1 film of the 90s is Tremors. Gordon's number 1 film of the 90s is Goodfellas. Paul Ray's number 1 is Die Hard. Fucking Die Hard. Paul Ray's number 1 is Braveheart. Really, Paul Ray? Really? I haven't seen a Bill Murray film in that collection. Big Dave's number 1 film of the 90s is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Big Dave's favourite Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle is Michelangelo. There you go, Big Dave. And that is it. Yep, that is the lists. Now, there is honourable mentions. And with the top 20 out of the way, it's honourable mentions. For some people, I've actually got shit lists. Can you believe this? So I'll just read these out individually. Big Dave's honourable mentions are number 5, Tremors. Number 4, Shawshank Redemption. Number 3, Space Jam. Number 2, Truman Show. Number 1, Event Horizon. Now Dave has a shit list, so I'll keep that. Mr. Jack's honourable mentions are... Mr. Jack doesn't have honourable mentions, he has a shit list, so I'll keep the shit list together. Sully has a shit list, but Sully also has honourable mentions. Number 1 is Toy Story, number 2 is Aladdin, number 3 is Liar Liar, number 4 is Mrs. Doubtfire, and Sluggy's number 5 honourable mention is The Crow. Casper's... I don't know if Casper's is honourable mentions. Yeah, it's got to be honourable mentions, no Casper. Casper's honourable mentions are Joe's Apartment. Number 4, South Park, Bigger, Longer, Uncut. Number 3, Airheads. Number 2, Space Invaders. Space Invaders, fuck knows. Number 1, Biodome. Casper doesn't have a shit list, so bye Casper. Gordon's honourable mentions are What's Love Got to Do with It? American History X, Tin Cup, Sleepers, yeah, Dead President. Now that is a fucking awesome film. Hughes Brothers film that. Chris Tucker in that film showed he could act as well. And Paul Ray has honourable mentions too. He doesn't have a cheat. Wait, hang on a minute. Paul Ray's got. I want to cut your list in half, Paul Ray. Paul Ray's honourable mentions are Biodome, and actually Paul Ray's is just Cheese List. I want to put that with Cheese List instead. So right, we're going to go for the shit films.
And with all bad honourable mentions come with bad movies. So this is the worst of the worst. Right, that's it. Done with this.
See, this is the end of it. I'm not going to do any more after this. The shit list for Big Dave. Number 5, Godzilla. Nice one. Number 4, Mortal Kombat Annihilation. JJ Perry's going to kill you for that, Big Dave. Number 3, Lost World Jurassic Park. Yeah, that was pretty bad. Number 2, Street Fighter. But it comes with a flip cover. Number 1, Batman Forever. Yes, yes, Big Dave. Big Dave's a massive Batman fan as well. Batman Forever was shit. Mr. Jack's cheese list, or shit list, starts with Blair Witch Project. It was a bit of a shit film, but for how it was done and marketed, it was fucking genius. Number 4, Anaconda. Anaconda's, the sequel, isn't too bad. Anaconda's 4. Wow. Fucking terrible. There's actually Lake Placid vs Anaconda just come out. It's like the Sharknado fucking spin-off or something. Number 3 for Mr. Jack is Speed 2. Number 2 for Mr. Jack is Spice World. And number 1 is Clueless. Wow, Jack, you've really watched some girly films. I know you're married and stuff, but you've watched them long before you got married, so I'm not blaming your missus on that one. And worst movies for Sluggy. This will be interesting. Number 10, Star Wars Episode 1. Number 9, Mortal Kombat Annihilation. There's another person on JJ Perry's hit list. If you don't know who JJ Perry is, you wouldn't want him doing this to your face. See? Number 8, Godzilla. Sluggy, you've almost friends again saying that on your shit list. I don't even know what this is. TV show was fuck ace. Buffy the Vampire Slayer was fucking ace. The TV show, fair enough, it was corny for the time. The film was terrible. And his number 1 worst film was Batman and Robin. And Paul Ray, last but not least, and by the way, Paul Ray does have a new YouTube channel. It's coming very soon. If it's up and running when this video is posted, it will be in the description below. He's not a myth, he's a real person. Paul Ray's honourable shit mention list: Biodome, dickhead. Batman and Robin, nice one. Happy Gilmore, California Man, aka Encino Man, because that's what it's called everywhere else in the world. Dick Tracy, Speed 2, Cruise Control, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3, Street Fighter, and Super Mario Brothers, Paul. Is that really the last one I'm going to read out? You and your piracy. Right, I've been Steve Monkey Mason. This has been Alternative 2. Thanks for watching. There will be a top movies of the 2000s. There will be more tribute videos. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.
Standing on top of this tumultuous cloud, asking if there's a supper as the rain keeps pouring down. The valley smell of life like 7 arteries, and I'm thanking all mankind for doing this to it.
Put that in your pipe and smoke it, bitch.